Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. This is the Deep Dive. My name's Drew Creekmur. I'm the Director of Advisory Services here at Creekmur Wealth, and I'm joined as always by John Creekmur, our founder and Senior Wealth Advisor. And John, today we want to talk about something that we call the retirement blueprint. And it's one of the most critical things that we do for each and every one of our clients. So we just wanted to refresh on what that process looks like and why it's important. But before we hop into that, John, how you doing today?
I was doing well. Actually, I was just recently looking outside a window and off of my kitchen, and I was looking out as kind of admiring the landscaping and the flowers and the little fire pit area. And I thought, man, it's so pretty out there. So many great memories I have of people sitting out around the fire pit and enjoying time. And when I think about that, Drew, I remember when Stacey and I were building the house. Goodness, now way back in 2012 was when we moved in. So 2010, 11, we really took some time. We sat down and described how we wanted to live in the house, the memories we wanted to create, the holidays we wanted to share. We wanted to have large meeting and gathering areas for large amounts of people. And one of the things I really wanted was I wanted to have a window right next to our kitchen where I could look out and just see what was going on and just enjoy watching people having a good time and creating memories. And now that we created that blueprint, we went and we worked with a builder. They built the house, and now I have that memory. But it's all because we took the time to sit down and say, number one, how do we want to live in the house and create our own vision, our own memories for the future? But then what is the actual blueprint or the plan that's going to help us get there? And that's just really kind of vivid in my mind right now.
Yeah, yeah. And John, I think that really applies to what we're talking about here today about on the financial side, having a plan for the four key areas of
Mhm.
your financial life, and but also more importantly, having a key plan for each of those major goals and dreams that you have. Because at the end of the day, finances are just a tool to help you achieve those goals and dreams. But what we've seen over a number of decades now is there's a wide array of outcomes depending on if you have a good plan or if you do not. And so, John, just from your experience, what is the retirement blueprint and why is it so important that everyone has one?
At the end of the day, every single person needs to define what their goals are. And so, in other words, how do we envision ourselves living in the future? Now, the future could be a short period of time or it could be a long period of time. And so, at the end of it all, you want to make sure you're able to define that. And remember, folks, a goal, a financial goal, has two components. It has a dollar amount, and then it also has a time period. And so, you want to say, hey, in 5 years, I want to retire and I want to live on $75,000 a year, or whatever your number is, and whatever your time frame is, and I want to leave X number of dollars to my kids, or I don't want to do that, and we envision living this way. Maybe we have a place down south and a place up north, and we want to go on this trip. We want to do this for our multiple generations in our family, and maybe have go on a vacation with everyone goes every single year. Well, all that takes money in order for it to happen. And so, with a blueprint, much like building a house, a blueprint really identifies what are the foundational areas you need to make sure you have covered as far as to put in place. And so, what we do have done, Drew, is we put together these four key foundational areas. And that's an income plan. And without income in retirement, the next stage of life, there is no retirement or next stage of life. And so that's an income plan. Number two is an investment plan, making sure your investments are properly aligned with the proper amount of risk in order to give you the returns that you need in order to give you the income that you desire. Number three is a tax plan. And Drew, we've identified over 120 different opportunities to save money in taxes. Of those, we think about the top 20 are ones that apply to a lot of people, possibly. You want to make sure you have a tax plan to decrease your taxes legally. And number four is an estate plan. And so an estate plan is how do we transition dollars the most tax friendly and in the most consistent, easiest way possible to the next generation, whatever that may look like for you. Those are key foundational pillars that all have to be integrated together, and that's really how we're working with folks right now is creating those strong blueprints to help them guide themselves on what their next action steps are.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we've seen just experientially as we walk through this process with clients is a great deal of confidence and comfort. Hey, there's no potential surprises out there. We're covered in every way. And our key desire at Creekmur Wealth is that each of our clients, whenever you reach the point where you're done working, we don't want you to then have to start thinking about money. We want to do that planning work beforehand so that whenever that day comes, you know your finances are taken care of. So you can go and now do the things that you want to do with the time that you now have. And for us, that's ultimately why we love doing what we we do every single day with our clients, John. And so what would you tell folks who have questions about maybe, hey, I think I have a plan, or, I don't know if I have a blueprint. What would you tell folks to do?
I'll tell you, the blueprint is something we want to work on. So most folks that we talk to, they really have no plan. And so when they first come into the office, we sit down, look at their assets, we look at where they're at, and things are not put together as far as in a logical way they're able to see and understand and have confidence in. And so a lot of times they have a whole bunch of accounts at different locations. And so with the blueprint plan, whether you are brand new with us or haven't worked with us before, or whether you are even an existing client, you really want to have a conversation with one of your Creekmur Wealth advisors to have and really talk through what your goals are. And then let's make sure that we have an updated financial plan that we call a blueprint right in front of you, which clearly explains exactly where you're at right now and also what steps you need to take in all those four foundational pillar areas in order for you to realize your goals. And so it's critical to get that done. I encourage everyone to make sure you have a blueprint on file and have one in your hands that gives you a really strong guide as far as what action steps to take next.
Absolutely. So if you have any questions, reach out to our team. We're all standing by ready to help in any way that we can. We love chatting with folks about what their big goals and dreams are, make sure their finances are aligned to help them make those achievements happen. So guys, thanks for your time, and we look forward to talking to y'all soon. Have a good one.